Hi everyone, my name is Alina Rais and this video is going to definitely strike a chord with you. I'll tell you why. I'm going to address an issue that I'm sure you're facing right now. And somewhere in your mind or your heart, you believe that you can never be fluent in English because of reason A, B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. You feel that anyone else can be good in English, but you can't be. You can't be fluent. But that's not the case. That's not a correct statement to make, even to yourself. I'll tell you why. I'll share a little thing with you and just try and understand it from the perspective of a little child. First of all, I was never this good in English. Now, there may be few of you who would feel that you're still not good in English. That's all right. I come from a very normal, middle class, Hindi speaking Indian family. Nobody really speaks English in my family. Of course, now my sisters do because we happen to get into an English medium school. And like many of you, I too went to an English medium school till class 6th. Till class 6th, I was going to a school which was not good. Okay. And both my sisters, who happened to be younger to me, were going to one of the best schools in Lucknow. Okay, they were going to a good school. It was a missionary school with all the nuns and everyone. Now, the problem is that when you want to learn a language, the best thing that you can do to yourself is to put yourself in an environment of that language. I didn't get that environment. I was going to a school where nobody would speak in English at all. I mean, forget about the students, I'm even talking about the teachers. Teachers were also very comfortable not using English. Now, there's no problem with that. There's no problem. But when you are going to an English medium school, there is a certain expectation of speaking English. Okay? So I was going to English medium school, but there was nobody using the language, because of which I wasn't learning the language. Now let's just accept it without being hesitant that English is important these days. It is a standard language used across the globe. Now, suddenly, I happened to get my admission done to the same school where my sisters were going. And it was a very happy news for all of us, including me. But now let's just say that 25th of July, I'm going to a school where nobody speaks in English, and then 26th of July I'm suddenly going to a school where nobody speaks any other language than English. English was the only language used across the school. Teachers, students, everybody, staff members, everyone was speaking in English. And it was a nightmare. Can't tell you how deeply scared I was. I was in class 7th and I am still a shy girl. Now, I know you probably would not believe that about me, but I am a shy person. I speak on my videos because how will it how will it otherwise work if I won't speak on the videos? So now, of course, I have to speak on my videos, but otherwise I don't like speaking a lot. Now, I am going to the school, beginning to go to the school mid-session, where everybody is speaking in English. I am not good in English at all. I'm terrible, and I mean, there is absolutely no minute of the day when you can speak in any other language than English. There was this huge pressure on my shoulders. I'm telling you, I actually felt the burden. And I cried so much during that year. Whenever I would go to the school, I would not feel safe. I would feel that any moment and I'll be humiliated. Something will happen, somebody's going to laugh at me, somebody's going to mock me, because people did laugh at me a lot. I was mocked at. Sometimes students and children around you can be really, really harsh with you. They can be very mean with you. And this was a girls' school, and there were some very mean girls there. I still remember a few instances. Of course, I'm not going to talk about those, but I'm just telling you that some people can be so mean to you for no fault of yours. If I am not good in a particular language, it is because of my background. You should never make fun of the other person just because they don't know anything now, because probably in the future they may know it better than you. And then anyway, that's how it started to happen. 7th grade, somehow managed. 8th grade, I started to get better. Within a year, I started to see improvement in my language. Ninth, I would say I was starting to gain confidence. 10th, I was good. Class 10th, I was good in English. 11th and 12th, of course, I was a bright student by then, because by that time I had anyway even switched my gears in my seriousness for studies, because I understood that if I have to make something of my life, I need to get serious now. So yeah, it was a journey from class 7 to class 12 for 5 years, and it was painful. It was a few moments were very humiliating. The students would laugh at you, and forget about students, the teachers were also mean. Some of the teachers were very mean. I've heard that thing about myself. अरे इसको तो इतना भी बोलना नहीं आता. I've heard that about myself. So things like these would happen, and they really break you down. As a child, you're not used to these things because your parents take care of you. You're not used to being treated, to be exposed to this kind of a toxic environment. But that was something that was happening, and I was just quietly absorbing all of it and quietly letting it pass, because I knew that no matter what, things are going to change. Nothing remains like this forever. I had this fighter attitude in me from a very, very young age. I was always a fighter. I was observing a lot of people around me. A couple of students whom I felt that their language was good, I would just start listening to them. What words are they choosing? How are they speaking? What is their style? And one thing that I found commonly in all the good, well spoken people was that all of them were very slow in their way of talking. They would space out their words, and that is something that I tried to imbibe from there. Anyway, that was all about my experience. Now let's talk about some other more important things. So of course there was a lot of humiliation and inferiority complex in the beginning, but then later on, as you can see, things did get better. And that's how it happens with everyone. Yeah, how can you even imagine that something that you're actually willingly working on would never change for you? It's impossible. I truly believe when you put in your efforts in the right direction, they always pay off. They always pay off. It gradually changed from inferiority complex to confidence. Now I'm confident. I do make mistakes even now, which is okay. There is no harm in making mistakes. It's all right. You just learn from your mistakes and you move on, and next time you try and not repeat the mistakes, you make new ones. So that's how it happens. And I feel that it's a very positive change that definitely came into me after being fluent, after getting fluency in this language, is confidence. I feel very confident now. I know that I will be able to express myself. So the moral of the story is that you can always do it. You can do it. Okay. Now, if you don't do it, more than anything else, I believe is your choice. If you don't do something, if you end up doing nothing, or you end up doing something, either ways, it is a choice you're making. It is actually a few small choices that you're making every day. Every day. Each time you hold yourself back from speaking the language because you're hesitant, because you're scared the other person is going to listen to you and make fun of you. Each time you're holding yourself back, you're making a mistake. You have to show up for yourself. It's okay to make a mistake. Go ahead, do it. Make the mistake. So one last thing that I'd say here is that probably the reason why I could learn the language was because I was forced into that situation. I had no other option. If I had to survive my school, I had to learn the language because there was no other language spoken in the school. So I was forced into that situation. I was bound to get beaten up a few times because, of course, when you are starting to learn something, you're going to fall down, you're going to make mistakes. So things like that are going to happen to you too, okay? And I think that curse, that nightmare then, was probably the biggest blessing that turned out for me later. So anything bad that is happening right now may actually be a blessing in disguise. I'd say that start pushing yourself into situations like these, where you're testing yourself, where you are forced into doing something that you're not very comfortable doing. And I'm sure when you continue to do this, initially it is going to be difficult for you. Later on, the discomfort is gonna gradually come down, and then you're going to start enjoying it. Today I enjoy it when I speak in this language. Of course, I can't speak the language, this language all day, because there's a lot of tongue twisting that has to happen when you speak in English. Hindi is so comfortable. Hindi is very comfortable. English is not very comfortable even now. But of course, I'm much better in English than I was earlier. That's all about in the video today. Please let me know in the comments if there is a similar struggle going on with you right now. Okay? Share with the others, because people read comments and they're gonna get confidence from what you're writing. I'll see you again soon. You take care of yourself. Bye.